Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is my brother, Pedro Ruiz.
Good
Hello.
morning, everybody. Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
Yes. This is the show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody, hanging out in the Discord chat room. We are live in the live broadcast chat channel on the Adafruit Discord server. If you'd like to join us during the show, please drop in. We got an invite link for you folks. The URL for that is discord.gg/Adafruit. And we'll take a couple moments to welcome folks that are in the chat room. We got squid.jpg and Rosin. Good morning.
Good morning. We're also hanging out in the YouTube chat over on LinkedIn, on Twitch, and on Facebook.
That's right. Just a fair warning to folks. I have some apartment inspection going on today, so I may hide for a little bit, but I'll be back. It shouldn't take too long. We have still a fun show planned for you folks. We got a really nice 3D printed project this week. We have 2 community make time lapses to catch up on and a handful of community makes. Prototyping a new project as well. And I think that's it for Shop Talk. And there's the door. Pedro, you can take.
All right. As always, we got a lovely discount code for everyone tuning in. This week's 10% off coupon code is Spacetime. It'll save when you purchase something at the Adafruit shop. Also got a list of the freebies that we have going on this week. Put the link in here, load it up. Where am I? It is over at adafruit.com/free. And I don't know if I am showing my screen. Let me present that real quick. We should have planned this. Let's see. Where is StreamYard? Tab. There we go. There we go. If you go over to adafruit.com/free, you can see all the lovely tiers. If you spend $99 or more, you get the awesome PCB coaster, which is this lovely guy right here. It's an awesome little FRR board with the Adafruit logo printed on top. Excellent as a gift as well. You can get these on the shop, or when you spend $99 or more, for $149 or more, you get the KB2040. Excellent way to build a keyboard or any other clicky project. For orders over $199 or more, you're going to get free shipping plus all the other stuff. And then at $299 or more, you get a Circuit Playground Express. Lots of cool projects with this awesome little board. So head on over to adafruit.com/free and fill up your cart. Still got the 10% off discount code. Again, it is Spacetime. So you're going to take a minute to check out the chat room.
Hey, I'm back.
Shout out to everybody else. Oh, hey.
Hey, that was really quick. They just came to inspect, roof leaks, that sort of thing. But we're good. So, what did I miss?
Just the freebies.
Okay, cool. Freebies are good. Did you share it on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think it went away though.
Did we talk about shipping holiday stuff yet?
No, that was next.
Okay. Well, adafruit.com/shipping, and you can check out all the details. The sooner the better, obviously. But we have a nice blog post that outlines all of the different shipping tiers, carriers, and their deadlines for getting things before the holidays. So check that out. Is it my tab or your tab that's up? It's my tab. So let me go to adafruit.com/shipping. Let's see if that works. I think this is like the full shipping. I think you want to go to the blog, and then there's a shipping featured post. There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
There we go. So, I think December. Yeah, for domestic orders, December 21, I think is the last. For which one? or ground, USPS. It's the United States Postal Service. UPS, ground, December 12th. 3-day, 2-day, all those are there. And then international orders as well. So you want to check those out. We have one for DHL Express, Monday, December 11th. But again, just go to the blog and click on the holiday shipping deadlines for 2023.
All right, posted a link in the chat room.
Thank you. Anyone else in Discord that we want to say hello to? We got Jack Frost and Yanni Skoo hanging out.
Awesome. Jack Frost's going to do some 3D printing in the next few months.
Alrighty, yeah. I actually have a 3D printer coming.
Some really good deals going on.
Yeah, there's some great Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals that are still in order. Like Creality has some still going on until December 7th. So
Yeah,
not sponsored or anything, but just wanted to say that's personally what I got. I got me a new shiny Creality printer coming.
Yeah, the Creality is a 10S. No, Smart Pro.
CR10S Pro.
Yeah, that's one of the ones we're always using, and it was usually $800. It is now $300, $380.
$380, yeah. So about $400 for ship with taxes and all, which is basically half off, which is an amazing deal.
It can only mean one thing: a new model is coming out. But this one's really good. Like one of my favorite ones. Yeah, Workhorse. The way the extruder hot end is set up, super easy to eliminate any clogs, or barely clogs, but just the way that it can print all the TPE and TPU, as well as the ABS and PLA and nylons and all that.
Yeah,
definitely a good one, and it would match all the tolerances that we're always working on. So,
greetings to Andy Callaway. Hello. All right, are we ready to jump into?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this week's awesome project.
Yay! So this is a fun project that uses the Qualia S3, the ESP32 S3 board, and the 4-inch round display. You've been seeing Lamar and other folks play around with this. 2 weeks ago, I suppose. Pedro did a cool case with the round display and the Qualia board. And then Lamar had a cool idea. Let's make a well, it was originally Liz Clark. She had an idea to do an analog classic clock, and then Lamar's like, hey, how about we make it a space clock that shows you Earth time and Mars time? So Liz got to working and came up with a cool way to display Earth time and Mars time in this classic analog clock style, because it kind of just goes with the whole circular display. So this is all done in CircuitPython, and it's using vector IO shapes to draw the minute hand, the hour hand, and the little numbers, 1 to 12 numbers. So those are all generated in CircuitPython. The Earth and the Mars are bitmap images, which can be changed easily. And you can customize the fonts, the colors, everything about it. It has a button on the back to let you switch between the clock. You also have some user buttons on the back of the Qualia board, but we didn't want to use those because we wanted a big button so it's easy to press. And I came up with this this kind of retro space age themed clock. I think a mid-century modern kind of aesthetic. And I just searched for space age classic retro clock in Pinterest, and I saw a bunch of these reoccurring themes where it's like this orb and like this really swoopy kind of base. And I just fell in love with the design. I was like, all right, I'm going to make it like that. I'll have the Qualia board mounted to the bottom of the base, and then the display will be inside that kind of orb. And then because the display has such a short ribbon cable to connect to the Qualia board, we needed to use a 40-pin extension cable. So these 40-pin extension cables have been in the store for a little bit, and they work just the same. They have kind of a standardized pinouts. So they work with the Qualia board and the round 4-inch display. So in the Learn Guide, it talks about the project. We got a couple images of it. The case is all snap fit, no supports, no glue or anything like that. You do need some screws to secure the board, but it's just 2 screws. You could do 2 screws. And the me and Pedro came up with pretty much the design. Pedro came up with a cool way to keep the board secured without having to use tack or tape or anything like that. And it's a pretty modular design. So if you want to just use the orb or you want to change up the board in the bottom, you can totally change it up because it's super modular and most things just snap fit. So we got just about everything in stock. The 4-inch display, the Qualia board, the connector, the buttons. You do want to use one of these 3-pin JST cables because it actually just connects directly into the board, which is really nice. So that makes it modular, and you don't have to like solder things in place, which is great. And then just a USB-C type cable. So if you want to make the project, you just want to make sure you have these parts. And yeah, let's keep on going. CircuitPython, the Qualia board. All right, this is a circuit diagram. Here's how easy the circuit is, right? You have one button and it plugs into the stemma 3-pin port on the side of the board. If you want to make a wiring diagram, you can download this part from the Adafruit library for Fritzing. Fritzing is the open source software that we use for making these diagrams. Pretty simple. CircuitPython, this walks you through installing CircuitPython on your Qualia board. Some of the earlier boards don't ship with a bootloader, so you'll want to walk through the process of installing the bootloader and then installing CircuitPython. But just follow through the guide. There's another way you could do it too via the web serial method, which is cool too. You can do that way or do it kind of manually. How they're both documented though. So you can check those out. Because it's an IO project, like an IoT internet connected project, CircuitPython has a settings.toml file, which stores your Wi-Fi SSID, your Wi-Fi password, and then it uses Adafruit's get time to easily get internet time, your local internet time. So you'll want to have your Adafruit IO key and your Adafruit username. Those are free to do. If you don't have an Adafruit IO account, you can sign up for one, and then you can get, I think you get 2 devices for free that you can use. And you just want to update your settings.toml. So just kind of copy and paste these things here, and make sure you just add your Wi-Fi password, your SSID. Make sure it's case sensitive, so you want to make sure that's all up to date. And you can use a text editor of any kind to create the settings.toml file, because that's what CircuitPython uses for these IoT projects. So that's what you want to do first. Then down to the code, recommend clicking on the download project bundle because there are a handful of libraries for doing IoT projects. So we got all those here. The bitmap library, display text library, and then there's a new Adafruit Qualia graphics library that you want to import. But all of that is added when you click the project download bundle. So shout out to Liz for coming up with the code. You can change up the time zone, the pinout for the button, and then if you want to change any of the colors or the coordinates of the graphics, you can change those up here. It's a lot of code to kind of come up with the the hands and the numbers and mapping them in the right spot. So you can change this up if you'd like. And then she's got like a little screenshot here that shows you all the libraries that you'll get in the bitmaps and the font. Of course, you can create your own font. We have a guide on how to create your own bitmap fonts, but that's provided here as well. You can walk through the code breakdown and get a better idea of what's going on and how all of the time functions are working. The graphics are laid out, and then the loop, and then timekeeping. All the goods are there for you. Moving on to the CAD parts, we have a step file and a Fusion 360 file, which is the source, but also STL files that are ready to print as is. They're already oriented to go. No support material necessary. You can choose whatever filaments you want to use. We've been using this tricolor filament from Zyro, is the filament manufacturer. You get this like 3 different colors. It worked out really well for this project because like it gives you like this kind of iridescent look to it, and the parts are fairly thin. They're just 3 perimeters thick. It's about 1.6 millimeters thick, so they tend out pretty good. You want a printer with a build volume of at least 132 by 132 by 102, so it should fit on like on a Creality Ender type printer, but also I think maybe a smaller printer that's like 150 by 150 should work okay. But yeah, you have access to all the 3D parts, the Qualia board, and I forgot to add a link to that, but you could find the 3D link to it in the product guide for the Qualia board. We have a model of the Qualia board, and I think I need to add still the model of the round display, because I wanted to create a separate model for that. Or you could just reuse their sketches. More than one ways to kind of do it, but that's all there for you. All right, on to the wiring. You could use quick connects to attach to do kind of like a quick connect to the button, to the arcade button, but I didn't have one, so I ran out of them. So I just kind of created my own cable. You'll want to use the 3-pin joystick cable because it connects easily to the Qualia board. So that's what I'm doing here. And then just you could either use your quick connect if you want, or you could just solder directly to the thing, to the terminal. But here's a good image of what that looks like. It just connects. You only want to use the white wire and the black wire. It's the signal and the ground. You don't need the voltage. But I guess if you wanted to do like the LED, you could use the red and solder that to like the LED terminal. I didn't think of that until now, actually.
I thought about it, but I didn't want like the glowing from the back of it to distract from the
that's a good point. It might,
maybe
but
it
it is
would've
an
been cool.
LED. You could do that or not. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. But anyway, you get your button connected, plugs and play, pretty straightforward. The FPC extension cable, you just want to connect those up. It has a little door latch that you want to pop open and then carefully insert the thing. It should fully seat in. The blue side faces up and the pads that are silver face down. So it's just the way it is laid out on those connectors. And then you'll want to connect the ribbon cable from the display to the extension board. And then you can flip it up because it's really thin and it's kind of meant to kind of flip up, I think. So that's what we got there. But you'll want to install the display into the front frame, or the display mount rather is what we call it. And that just press fits in. The tolerances are pretty tight, but it not too tight where it's like gonna mess up this display. And then from there we have this thing that Pedro designed. It's called the display frame, and it's flexible so that you can fit it underneath these little nubs. There's 3 little nubs that are just in the right height to get the that frame to kind of press up against the frame so it doesn't fall out. Really clever way to get these displays nice and tight. They don't wiggle around. The tolerances are really nice here, and it's what do you call it? Non-destructive. Originally, I was using a mounting tack on the edges to keep it in place, but this frame is a really great idea because you can create these geometries with 3D printing where you don't need supports. It's got like a little lip there, so it prints out properly, and it just works really well. So good job on that. We collaborated there. Since this is like kind of the display kind of insert thing, we have a front frame that has that curvature that creates the orb for the sphere. So then that just press fits in. I have a little notch and a key, like a key and a register kind of thing. So that just gets inserted with those notches fitted in through those little side nubs of the front frame. So you just want to orient that correctly and then press fit it in carefully. And then just make sure that your FPC extension board is like right flush up against the back of the display. Once that's all set up, you can start working on the dome part. So the back dome and the base, they just press fit together. And then there's this little press fit collar that keeps the dome from falling off. And it has like a little notch for the ribbon cable to pass through. So once those are connected, then you can grab the front frame assembly and then snap that nub and line it up with the side nub on the front frame, and then just press those together like so, and then make sure that your ribbon cable kind of comes out the back. So it's very modular. And then you can insert the ribbon cable down into the collar with that little notch in place, you'll want to pull that ribbon cable through the bottom of the base. Next, we're going to do the cover and the button. It gets panel mounted. Just make sure that the orientation is correct. Those buttons come with a hex nut that's plastic. You just want to fasten that and finger tighten it. From there, we can insert the 3-pin JST connector through the collar and pull the cable through the bottom along with the ribbon cable. And then the back just snap fits into the back of the dome like such. And it's flat, so no supports needed there. After that, it's plug and play. We'll connect the ribbon cable, the extension ribbon cable to the Qualia board, and then the JST connector to the port. After that, we'll get the bottom cover of the base. It has built-in standoffs for the mounting holes, so just line those up. It is mounted face down or bottom up.
Yeah.
Because of just the orientation just makes sense this way, so that you don't have to kind of rotate and twist the ribbon cable. It just worked out better this way. And there's plenty of clearances in the standoffs and the components themselves so that the thing can be facing down. But that's just the right way to do it. And then once that's secured in place, you can see here I only use 2 screws. You could use 4, but I use 2 just because.
I usually only use 2.
Only use 2, right? Yeah, you want to make sure they're across, obviously, so you get better secureness, mechanical strength to it. But from there, you have a really big opening there for all the ports. You got your USB-C port, your 3 buttons. It's really 2 user buttons and 1 reset button, which resets the board if you want to like redo something. If you want to install a different CircuitPython or Arduino, you use that reset button on the
if your internet goes out, you gotta reset it.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, once you snap fit it in, man, that's it. You get it. Get yourself a USB port with a 1 amp power at least, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
very modular, very easy to assemble. I really like this project, how modular and like I've taken this thing apart like a dozen times and all the tolerances still fit. Everything's nice and tight. I like it. Yeah, you printed it in this like transparent kind of orange, which has like some TVA low-key vibes, which I like. And yeah, you can display all sorts of stuff. This would be a wonderful weather display. So you can display the temperature, the time, any number of things you can display on it. The moon, like the moon phase.
Oh, and this is touchscreen too.
I don't think
this is not.
It's actually not touchscreen. Yeah. Yeah, not touchscreen, but you can add more buttons because the back is easy to modify. It's just a hole in the back there. You can add more buttons here. You can add a rotary encoder if you wanted to change like volume or something. Not the volume, but like the brightness, because it has brightness control on the display. Beautiful IPS display. All the viewing angles are great. You got that brightness control. There's a lot of things you can do to it. So it's, pretty big. Like I didn't think it would be this big. But yeah, it's big. So there's a lot of room in the dome as well.
Yeah.
So I could just about
for like audio or something, you could stick a speaker in there.
Yeah, I don't know if we could. Maybe you could do audio.
Oh yeah, you can. You can have a frame, a frame that's like floating.
Yeah.
Around the button.
Yep. So this just lines up, snaps like that, won't fall out. And then what I like is cool is that this actually swivels about 45 degrees.
Yeah, I like it and don't like it.
Oh, really? What happened?
The kids.
Oh,
they're gonna go.
Okay, well, if you got kids, just tell them that it doesn't swivel.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bottom
here. I was trying to figure out how to add like a stopper where it could do like I don't know whatever that degree is, 90 degrees.
That's
or
a good idea.
So you can't go past a certain degree. I know there's a way to do it. It's just like
so just be careful with that. You don't want to go too far.
Yeah, I think the other way to go to is just hot glue the collar. Like
that's true. Yeah, you can just hot glue it so it doesn't move. Yeah, if you want to rotate, just rotate the whole thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, the bottom cover has a couple of vent holes. It doesn't get hot, but if it ever did, you do have some vent
holes. I
holes.
Forgot to ask one thing, but I guess anybody can do it.
What's up?
You just need to pop out right where the boot button is, so you can boot. Like
Yeah,
when
I
you
guess
first
you're
install
right.
it, the way I assemble these, they're already
Yeah,
done for me. So
that's right.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to do the boot while this is already in there. I'm like, oh man, I can't access it, so I have to take it
that's
apart to
right.
boot into
Yeah,
to get the UF2 on there.
that's right. Yep.
That's the only thing. Just have
Yep.
the
Well, you do
outline
get the
where the button
reset,
comes
but yeah, you
through.
do want. Yeah. Okay.
That's
So
all.
that's one nice edit that folks can do.
Yeah.
Um,
Which most people probably program it while it's before it's in the case.
yeah, you'll want to definitely. That's why we have it in the guide. Like you'll want to install your
I'm
code
the
and stuff.
oddball out where I assemble everything and then I put the code on it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. But yeah, pretty cool. We'll have some more fun projects with this, but we think it's a pretty cool display. And the Qualia S3 board is becoming our go-to board for these displays because it's kind of designed for it. So
Awesome.
pretty cool.
Yay.
Check it out.
Yeah, super cool. The
Big,
translucent
man.
looks
It's real big.
cool. Yeah, the kids obviously they can't wait to get their grubby
Yeah.
little hands on it.
Yeah, 720 by 720 pixels doesn't sound like a
high
lot these days, but for something like this, it's actually a lot of
Yeah.
pixels. So you can fit a lot of information on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So super fun.
Very awesome.
Yeah. And good collab. Again, shout out to Liz.
Jack Frost is asking, how would the Smart Pro compare to the Ender? You can answer that one.
Yeah, sure. So I have an Ender V2, and my Ender V2 has a bowed-in. So I'm limited in filaments. I can't do the flexible filaments that well. It only has one stepper motor for the what is this called? The Z axis.
Oh, the rods. Yeah, the Z axis.
Yeah. So that can go out of alignment sometimes, which is terrible. The extruder requires, like, if you want to clean the nozzle, you really got to take it apart. With the CR10 S Pro, it's got a better design where it's much more modular and easier to take apart. The fans are in better positions, I think. So you get a better quality. I think the speed is better. You have much more silent steppers and fans. Mm-hmm. So it's got some really nice features. It's got like a built-in LED, built-in camera. The
built-in Wi-Fi
controller is much better and up to date. It's 32-bit kind of processor, so I think it can handle things better. And of course, it's got a huge build volume, so 300 by 300 by 400, much better, bigger parts.
Operational wise, it has the filament detection. It goes out. It knows to park itself and wait. Yep. It keeps the bed on hot, so when you finally wake up, you can swap out the filament, hit go, and it knows where to keep going. I don't know if that one has like the power. We're talking about the Smart Pro now. Why it's better than the Ender 5.
Yeah, I actually don't have the Ender 5 though.
Oh,
I have the Ender.
But I'm gonna guess it's about the same, right? In terms of it being bowed-in.
I'm not sure.
If that's the case, yeah, just stay away from the bowed-ins if you can.
If you can, yeah.
And really.
Yeah. Yeah, my printer's kind of old, so that's why I figured I'd get an update.
Can't beat that price.
Yeah, the price is pretty great. Yeah, the K1 Max. Yeah, these are the
the enclosed ones.
The enclosed ones, yeah. Not sure. Why did I get? Because I kind of know that the CR10S Pro.
We have one. We know what it does.
You have one, so
we have all the
I've
profiles.
used it myself.
I just export the profile for you with all the tweaks and settings.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so they're about the same build volume, just 100 millimeters shorter on the Z. But yeah, I mean, if you want to go with it, the price ain't bad, right? What is it, $700? But I mean, I think you get more bang for your buck.
Yeah,
you get more bang for your buck.
The 380.
Yeah. For 300, about $400 as opposed to this one. But I guess if you wanted to do ABS or something, this would be better because it is enclosed. You know, I imagine they have a ceramic heater, so I guess you can do some nylon style stuff.
Right away, the way that the hot end is enclosed like that, I don't like that.
I see, because
I always think of maintenance. It's going to
how do
clog.
I change the nozzle out?
It will freaking clog on you. It don't matter what printer you get. maintenance is top. Like, how am I going to fix this thing?
Yeah.
And then parts. Are they using standard parts? Can I just go to Amazon and have it delivered next day?
See that it's got like the ability to go fast, kind of like the bamboo printers. So maybe that's something that's important to you.
Yeah, if you're just printing cubes, that's cool. But if you're doing organic stuff, speed.
Here's a cube. Looks good though.
Yeah, I mean it's a
AI
render.
assisted carefree printing. What is that? It's got an.
I'm gonna guess it can see if it's broken. It'll stop the printer.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Like
you can see that it's under extruding here, and it like stops. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you get stuff what you're paying for. You know, you get an app.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You get an app, I guess.
I mean, we just put Octoprint on it, so
yeah, I think anything these days is gonna be good. So, just look at the features. I just wanted to go with what I knew, and I'm not printing ABS, so I don't need it to be enclosed. So,
I mean, even if you were, you know, we have it in rooms that can be enclosed.
Yep. And here is.
If you want to print a helmet, though, and like.
Yep.
I know I wanted to get one just to have it as a backup for when one of the ones decides to break on me, and I'm like, I don't feel like fixing you.
Yeah. So there's a printer for everybody in all different styles, as you can see. They still have a belt printer, of course.
And if they're having a sale on this one and you can wait, you know dang well there's another version coming out.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Nice little detour on.
Yep. It's like a shop talk, basically.
Tools that it's nice little
good.
shop talk. Let's go ahead and jump into this week's What Are We Prototyping? We have the bar display now. This was supposed to come out with the circle and the rectangular ones. I'm sorry, the square ones. But it ran out of time and wanted to make one that was themed for the holidays. So we have a little fireplace here. This is just the default thing on there that comes with your board. Lamar has some CinePack playback code. So we're going to have the fire U-log going on there. I'm going to try to do like the Die Hard scene on there. See if we can have that animated as a GIF playing in there. Not a GIF, sorry, a CinePack video file playing. So
we'll do some other ones like the Grinch, Die Hard, just all sorts of fun holiday-esque.
Yeah, so it's cool about this is it's just a shell of the fireplace. So if you just want to have this as a standalone case for whatever, saw a lot of people commenting that they're doing like satellite stuff or whatever, and cool little loggers for this. So I wanted to make sure that we have a nice case that encloses the 3.2 rectangular bar display. This one has touch, and then we have the Qualia display.
Oh, that looks
mounted
so nice
on the back here.
Yeah.
So you can see the translucency on it. You see how this is. It's just snap fits. I can pop this guy out. So how it is mounted. Same exact way. We have a little frame in there that has the standoffs.
Distance.
So this is
ribbon cable is like perfect distance.
Oh yeah. All of these are. Just gotta mount them. It just if the base isn't somewhere else, then you can't have them all like this. So nice little distance for that. And then we have the Ninja Flex buttons again on here. So these are just the TPU buttons.
Oh yeah, those are great. That's cool.
Yeah,
this looks so clean. I love that marble filament. Really,
the marble filament
shows the kind of stone aesthetic.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
So definitely wanted to make it so it's completely modular. On this, we just have like the columns and stuff to make it look like
it's a very modern. So you want to do like something more traditional with like bricks, you can create your own kind of brick layout and print them in different colors. So you can do like some brick filament with some marble filament and then just decorate it how you want.
Snap fits in. Or you could also do the vinyl too. This is how I was thinking for doing the brick.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh man, how do I make the pattern for the brick? Oh yeah, just vinyl.
Yep.
Stick that on. Get some little, whatchamacallits, fake garland on there.
Yeah.
This beat is on the side. You have room for that.
Yep. And you're going to add an SD card breakout?
Yes. So for playback, for storage of all the files, it's going to be an SD card using the SDIO with the Qualia on here. And it's just going to be mounted onto the lid with a little
a slot
for the SD card.
Yeah.
And you can use this for whatever other themed bar display.
Yep.
Yeah,
This is the
load it
bar
up right
display.
now.
It's a 3.2. It's a 320 by 820 pixels. It is cap touch.
It is a very nice display. Like the
pretty
build
cool.
quality of it has like these nice round corners.
Yeah, it does. And we got some, I think, code here to kind of get up on there if you want to do some CircuitPython stuff.
Yeah.
Here it is, the display setup.
So you want to go to the specific size of it. So it's a 3.2. There it is. Each one has different code to test. There's the initialization for that.
Yep.
You
Here's an
can download
example.
those.
Yep.
You want to
I'll
use
just show you
the ESP serial installer. I
Yeah.
posted the link to that earlier.
Sure. Yep.
Or let me see. I think I only posted one of them. Let's see.
Yep.
The
It's
other one. Here it is. Hold on. That one works too.
Yeah.
Looks like it was updated.
Yeah, and there's more updates to come. I think there's going to be library update, so you don't have to have all of that instantiate initializing code, because it's a lot of code to kind of tell the display. So I think all that's going to get abstracted away eventually. So yeah, just keep your eye out on the updates.
Yeah, and Melissa's been working on the guide, like the updates for this too. I saw she was finishing some stuff.
Yeah, there's some backlight stuff here that tells you.
Yeah, that's what. Yep.
Like if you want to change up the backlight control, you can tell it depending on your display. You really want to check your data.
Look at the list you just scrolled past. That'll tell you what.
Yeah,
that's brilliant right there. Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah, bar display square round.
So I need a 25 milliamp hour.
You get 50 here with the round.
And what that is the little pads on the back here. You have access to what you want the backlighting to be. They are right here. You just solder those guys together. So for this one, I would do the 25, so that it has the proper backlighting on it.
Yeah,
it's listed in the data sheet too. You can sift through that, or just look at the guide.
Yep. Cool.
What I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the ribbon, although delicate, does survive when you're prototyping a case that you're trying to snap in. It's always, nail biting trying to fit that in.
Oh yeah.
Without cracking the display, without trying to adjust your tolerances where it's too loose, where it just falls out, but not too tight where it doesn't even fit.
Yep. Cool. Well, if you want to pick up that display and the Qualia board, 10% off. Space Time is today's coupon code.
Yeah.
Cool. Last. All right. And that is the prototype. We did shop talk already with the printers.
I think the only thing missing is having a little hook, so I could have this as an ornament for the tree.
Ornament?
Yeah.
I see more of a display kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be like a desktop fireplace.
Yeah.
Oh, we can run NeoPixels on that, right?
The
super thin, the ultra skinny NeoPixels.
Yeah, maybe.
Be pretty cool.
Put little stockings on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it could be like a Lego display or something. All right. Speaking of holiday stuff, we got time-lapse this week. Well, I guess we'll do this week and then last week.
Yeah, this week's community makes for Time-lapse Tuesday are these. What are these called?
These are
ornaments.
Yeah.
They are suspended in the air with a one line of extrusion. So these are just being held in the air by a couple of these strands. You can kind of see there. They're so freaking delicate, like just taking them off the bed to break it. So you definitely want to print on like a PEI sheet where once it cools down, it just releases the entire print. This is the third one I attempted to remove from the plate. And you can kind of see some of the threads came off, some of the little ornaments there.
Oh, right.
But nonetheless, that's pretty cool like illusion for it. Using the dual color filament on here, so you can see like the blue and the gray. Kind of hard to see with the shadow behind me, but some of the strands are gray or silver, some are blue.
Cool.
Definitely gave it like a nice little.
Oh yeah, there it is.
That side's gray, and then that side's blue.
Yep. Yeah. Does it stand up on its own? Yeah, right.
Yeah, it stands up. Probably easier to show here.
Oh no, don't drop it.
Little rock in action.
Yeah, it teeters. Teeter. Cute. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at Cults 3D. It is a free design, printed in green or whatever color. This is designed by MFactory, and it is a free design. Yeah, it's a fun one. Check it out. Not too big, not too small, just right.
Yep, good way to test out those tolerances and just whatever ornaments.
Yeah, how good is your bridging? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a slew of these type of suspended art, string art kind of models. So this is a good festive one. And yeah, no special slicer settings. It's just in the model. The strings are just in the model. And it's pretty fun. So check it out. No supports, I think.
And then one from last week, we have a Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were going.
Ghost of Christmas Future?
Future?
I think so.
Grim Reaper of Christmas, whatever. This is a really cool one by, is it MFactory? I forget the name of it.
This is from Mimetics 3D.
Yeah, what's so cool about this is the skull comes right out. You see like the spinal cord, and it's using the Flexy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Cord. Yeah. Yeah. Why'd you go with the red and green color?
Christmas.
I mean the red and blue.
It should have been like green and red, huh? So it's just for
light
testing.
For the skull. Oh, okay, for testing the filament.
Yeah, this is filament testing. So the blue and the red, they both work out great. Look how translucent this red came out. I don't have anything behind it. You can see it, but it's so translucent. So this came out good. Successful test of that. And then obviously the super cool thing is that the skeleton comes in and out of his drape there.
Yeah, I haven't seen something like that yet.
Obviously one that the kids saw and they're like, I want that.
Yeah. So it's a free design, again, from Mimetics on Cults 3D. Whatever color. Yeah, that's a creepy one. Look at how it's like halfway in, halfway out. It's cool. Yeah.
The storage for it.
Yeah.
It stands up. Yeah, good test for me anyway for checking out the translucent.
Oh, there's a pumpkin one too. There's a pumpkin face.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can hold the pumpkin.
Oh,
that's a different model. Yeah, it's like the Headless Horseman style. Yeah. Oh, they did the long bony thing as well. I think you did that one too.
Which one?
This bony.
Yeah, did. Yeah, we have that, so it would fit in here.
Yeah, great artist. Love their stuff. That one's a paid design, but definitely worth it if you like this model. Yeah.
So if you can get enough of Halloween, you're still in the goth theming for
I mean,
this is perfect.
Yeah, Christmas ghost stories are definitely a thing. I mean, that's kind of like the whole thing with Charles Dickinson. Yeah. All right, good stuff. So check those out. We got links in the descriptions. And that is the 2 time lapses. We're all caught up now. We can go to this week's Community Makes, starting off with a prop maker lightsaber, the RP2040. This was posted up by S-Bergs SX. They are working on the lightsaber with the prop maker RP2040. They got the parts printed out, looking really good. They said tested a test print, printed as a test print, and very well done model. Thank you very much. After that, we have a Lola animatronic droid from the Kenobi TV series. This is posted up by Check Zola. And can I make this bigger? Yeah. So they got the electronics going on in there, and the servo controlled wings, I guess you can call them. I think they remixed it a little bit. They said a remake using a Raspberry Pi Pico, a Pico Shim for power, and an RC WL0516 radar module as the motion sensor, so Lola only reacts when someone appears or approaches.
How cool.
Very nice. We like to see that when folks modify it. And the Raspberry Pi Pico is a great board for that. After that, we have the Thunder Helm posted up by Pam Bam Body Slam. They say, love it. Thanks for the file. This is definitely one of my favorite prints.
Awesome.
And she's got quite the shield, the Highland shield, and of course the Master Sword with the sheathing. Looks super dope. Oh my god, this sword's massive.
It's so big.
And here's like a standalone version of the Thunder Helm. Very cool. Helmet. It's very big. And I'm not sure what printer they used, but it'd be good for the CR10S Pro that's coming. So very cool. And this is, of course, from the video game Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is still an awesome game. And to round things off, we have a make from Plun. This is a 3D printed snap fit case for our Adafruit Perma Protos. And I think we have them in different sizes. We have the 1/2 inch and the full inch breadboard. And these are just a simple case with a cover and some mounting tabs for your Perma Proto. Very nice, very nice. And that is this week's Community Makes. Shout out to everybody for posting up their makes. It was a great week for making. Lastly, again, if you want to pick up anything in the Adafruit shop, support the show, support your maker habit by getting something from the Adafruit shop. Get 10% off with Spacetime coupon code. All right. And that's the show.
I believe so.
Yep.
Space clock is saying it's time to eat.
Yep. I think I gotta stretch. We have Show and Tell and Ask Engineer tonight. We invite you to come on Show and Tell, hosted by Lamar and Mr. Lady Ada. Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. I think they'll be hosting. That's tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then shortly after at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Ask Engineer, catching up on open source hardware, new products on MPI, and more on tonight's shows. Also, another coupon code during Ask Engineer, and perhaps maybe some Raspberry Pi 5s.
Yes. Yep, they've been going up every time during Ask an Engineer, so make sure to tune in. They will say when it's going live, so you want to stick around during the show to see when. I think we've been releasing the 4 gig and the 8 gig Raspberry Pi 5 models.
Yeah, it's been working out really well.
Yep, got the cooling fans in stock, so I think the next 1 or 2 projects might be a Pi case with the cooler on there, and there is still a ton of work happening in terms of getting some of the projects to work under. I'm trying to remember the name of the operating system. Come on.
Simona?
What's the new name? No, for Raspberry Pi.
Oh, they have a new name.
Bullseye.
I forgot. I haven't done a Pi project in a while. Sorry.
We hear it every time in the meeting. Now I forget it.
Just go to Raspberry
Bookworm.
Pi.
Bookworm.
Oh, is that really the name of the?
Right? Is it Bookworm?
Like a submodule or something. Shows how much I know about Raspberry Pi.
And I'm just barely paying attention.
That's funny.
It's because of the case.
All right. Well, tomorrow we also have a show. John Park's workshop. It's back. Last week was Thanksgiving, so John was out, thankfully. And then he'll be back this week. Got some cool parts or projects.
Some cool turkey-related projects.
I don't know if it's
it's Christmas.
Yeah. Friday, there may or may not be a deep dive with him. But normally there's a deep dive on Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Sundays is from the desk of Lady Ada. She had a live stream last Sunday. Take a look at some samples, some square buttons, and
that was cool.
The search, the DigiKey, the great search with DigiKey. And then Tuesday was JP's product pick of the week. Get 50% out your order. JP sold out within like 5 minutes of the the USB-C the HUSB-C, power delivery board sold out, a bunch of them. So excellent. And then Wednesdays, back around with Wednesdays, 3D Thursdays on Wednesdays. I need to update that. Any hoodle. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be on, I think, tonight. I think I'll do show and tell. I think if time allows. I think you got some stuff going on because it is Declan's birthday. So
yes,
it's time for birthday cake.
Like everybody's birthday.
Yeah, everybody's having a birthday. Your birthday's on Friday.
Mine's on Friday.
Yeah,
Declan's is today.
birthday.
Anniversaries, Thanksgiving.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah. All the holidays wrapped into one. So we hope everybody's safe out there. And yeah, hanging out. Hi, got a cat over here.
Well, that said, remember to make a
great day. Bye, folks.
See you next week.
Have a good week.